There's new controversy growing in Dolton.
Park District members say they believe they are being targeted by Mayor Tiffany Henyard. Dane Placco has the story.
Just when you thought it couldn't get any crazier here in Dolton, the Park District says they're being politically targeted by Mayor Tiffany Henyard for, among other things, putting a new layer of mulch down on their playgrounds. So what are you holding there?
I have 4 tickets issued from the village of Dolton, and each ticket is $500 a piece. That is $2,000 worth of tickets that I have here.
Dolton Park District President Cleo Jones says they were stunned last week when they received citations for doing work without a permit. 2 of those tickets were issued for spreading fresh mulch on playgrounds.
Tiffany Henyard, really? Fresh mulch on playgrounds, the Park District? Wow. Welcome back, Warriors. This is me, Linda B. Thank you all so much for joining me here today. So we've got more news out of the village of Dolton. Yes, that South Chicago suburb that is always getting into the news because of that city girl mayor, Tiffany Henyard. Yes, she's at it again. But before we get back to the video, don't forget to like, comment, and share. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell. Now, let's get back to the video.
The other 2 apparently for installing brand new playground equipment.
So every year we replenish the mulch in the park to ensure that the safety of the kids are playing on a safe surface by playing on some healthy mulch. And we do this every year.
Have they ever asked for a permit before?
Never.
Jones believes the Park District, a separate government entity, is being targeted by Dolton Mayor Tiffany Henyard because they've allowed the 4 Dolton trustees who oppose Henyard to use Park District property to hold community meetings after they were shut out of Village Hall.
We do not play the politics here, and don't put us in the middle of politics by issuing us these political citations.
But it's not just mulch. They say Henyard is holding up 2 major grants totaling $600,000 for park improvements. One from Blue Cross Blue Shield, the other from the Illinois Department of Natural Resources, by refusing to issue the permits needed to proceed with the work.
We have gone to the village for permitting and they have been unresponsive. I have a project manager that is working on that and they just refuse to give us the permits.
Dolton Park District Director Tiffany Henyard says if they don't get those permits in the next few weeks, the $400,000 grant to rehab Blackstone Park will expire, and taxpayers will have to eat $150,000 in money that's already been spent for the park's design.
What resident wants to look outside of their house and see beat up stuff? If we can upgrade these things and you're preventing it with a permit, the residents are suffering. They don't get to look out their door and see nice things because you're stopping it.
And Henyard believes that she herself is also part of the reason the Park District is being targeted because she's been a frequent outspoken critic of the mayor's. We reached out to Henyard for a response to this story and have not yet heard back. In Dolton, Dane Placco, Fox 32 Chicago.
Of course, you haven't heard anything back. Tiffany Henyard, oh my word. This woman, as you know, I've done previous videos on her. She seems to have some kind of definitely narcissistic tendencies. And she is targeting people who speak out against her. And you heard in this clip, 4 of the trustees who voted against her have been using Park District equipment. And so because of that, these Park District people do believe that that is why they're being issued these citations. $500 each, totaling $2,000, and they've been doing this for years. But all of a sudden, when you let someone who goes up against Tiffany Henyard do something, then she targets you as well. And now she's holding up progress from park improvements and other improvements, because this woman has a real big chip on her shoulders. Now this grant money is going to expire because they can't get the permit that they need. You have to get it in a certain time frame in order for these things to take place for the improvements that I'm sure these residents richly deserve. So when it comes time for elections, get her out of there. Yeah, get her out. The only thing you can do at this point, it seems, is vote her out. And might I give a word of advice? Don't vote Democrat. Thank you. Because Chicago had a horrible mayor in Lori Lightfoot. And speaking of Lori Lightfoot, she's back on the investigation of Tiffany Henyard. And she herself was a horrible mayor, because I find that totally ironic. The Chicagoans voted Democrat again. And now they're screaming and hollering at the Democrat Mayor Brandon Johnson. Okay, so here is the thing. Democrats, they just don't do anything. They are paid to do nothing. They literally are paid to do nothing. And I don't know how plainer I can make it. That is a party that is paid to do nothing. Everywhere their cities, all the cities that they rule are in shambles. When you talk about Chicago, Philadelphia, Detroit, St. Louis, Memphis, high crime, high poverty, poor performing public schools, everything bad at a high level, bad, horrible, horrifying. And it does no one any good to continue down this path of destruction. It's like doing the same thing over and over again, expecting to get a different result. It doesn't work. The best we can all do at this point is, it can't get any worse. Vote another way. Vote differently, whether you want to vote Republican or independent. Vote differently, because Democrats are constantly in the news for doing shady things. And they go after someone like Donald Trump, who's not part of the club, and make it looks like he's doing things, but that's falling apart, because he's really not doing the things he's being accused of. It's all distraction. So people of Dolton, I really pray that, in Thornton Township as well, that you really get the justice that you seek. I really pray that you do, because you absolutely deserve it. I'm sure you have a lot of hard workers, people who try to do the right thing, and you don't need this in your life. Your kids deserve to play on a safe playground surface. They deserve that. That is insane. I mean, I just can't believe the amount of retaliation. I wish no harm to Tiffany Henyard, but some people do get up in their feelings. I wish her no harm. She needs to be careful, because there are people out there who get really emotional over things like this, and they're sick and tired of her. And of course, when you reach out to get some response from her, from the news team, of course, she's not going to respond. She's too busy being a narcissist, totalitarian, because that's what the demon rats do. You all just please like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you haven't subscribed already. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Be blessed. Love God, your families, these United States of America. And as I always say, march on, warriors.